If your setup position from the knees down is a bit off, then everything above the knee is fighting to recover. Oh. So in this video, I'm breaking down why your foot position and your knee position at setup could be the secret to hitting longer and straighter drives, and how to find your perfect setup position in minutes. I'm Andrew Cullen. If you want to swing better, think better, score better, and golf yourself to life, subscribe here. So let's start off with some very basic biomechanics, the why of the importance of foot position and knee position. Basically, with good foot position and knee position, we are going to allow you access to your golf swing's most powerful movement, the body rotation. And with poor foot position and poor knee position, we are going to deny you access to that rotation. So let's start looking at the feet, and then we'll look at the knees. So let's look at foot position first. I'll just do some extreme examples. So if I have both feet pointing straight forward towards you, I am restricting motion of the pelvis in both directions. If I open up the right foot, I am accessing more rotation of the pelvis on the backswing, but I'm denying access to more rotation on the way through. And obviously, if I go to the more classic Mr. Hogan setup, you'll check his picture up on the screen here, with right foot forward, left foot open. I'm denying access to more rotation of the pelvis on the backswing, but I'm accessing more rotation on the way through. As the great Daffy Duck once said, "The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away." And if we look at how the knees affect that rotation now, if we are too straight in the knees, again, we're going to deny access in both directions to the pelvis rotation. You're probably going to get a bad back as well, especially if you're stretching your hamstrings. Not good for the lumbar spine. And if we go too deep in the knees, same thing. I'm not getting access to rotation, and usually that's going to create a whole lot of compensations with arm swing and upper body swing and standing up out of the shot, because we are not accessing the rotation of your pelvis. So let's look at what the right foot position and knee position is for you, because we are all built differently. Okay, so let's find out your perfect foot position, or what we call in the trade foot flare. I'll show you how the brilliant Mike Adams taught me how to find my foot flare. Basically, take a jump forward. How you land with your feet is pretty much how the feet will want to be placed to get maximum rotation of your pelvis in both directions. I was shocked when I first did that, as you'll see from the film inset here, how much my right foot turned out as I land, and subsequently find out I got much less movement, mobility in this right hip than I have in the left hip. I'm working at it, but it's still so. So my perfect foot position as I'm setting up to the ball is what I would call about 2 or 3 minutes to 1. So basically my left foot is very slightly turned out, my right foot is turned out, because if I didn't turn it out, then I would be very restricted on the backswing. So here's my normal position. So I'm able to get access to my hip rotation. The upper body can turn quite freely. It pulls the pelvis behind. My foot position helps that the pelvis can get turned behind, and I'm able to rotate and stay stable to the ball position. If I didn't turn that out, if I had the right foot pointing forward, for me, if you're very mobile, it could be the right position for you, but it would restrict my right hip. I can't go any further than that. So if I want to get access to more swing, I'm going to have to stand out of the shot, because the pelvis is not going to rotate, or swing the arms further and probably lose arm control. Both things not very helpful, both for your golf swing and for your back. So we want to find that natural position. Now, obviously, if I go too far with the right side, again, I'm denying myself access on the way through. Even though the right foot is obviously going to come off the ground as I go through, I'm still restricting that first phase of the downswing. So we never want to go too extreme here. Usually by the measurements, we don't want to go much outside about 15 degrees from straight forward. We're just trying to get some little bit access to that side. So my recommendation for your foot flare would be, if you're struggling with stability and rotation on the backswing, you're probably, like me, going to have that right foot slightly turned out, but that's going to give you much more rotation, much more radius in the swing. That's where we're going to get some speed from, as well as having the space to swing the club more from inside on the way down. If I deny myself that access, right foot pointing forward, difficult to stay stable, difficult to rotate, and there's virtually no chance of getting the club from inside. Now, Mr. Hogan was advocate of right foot forward and left foot out. If you have no mobility problem or stability problem on the backswing, absolutely, this can be a big source of power. It's what Mr. Woods just did quite famously in his career when he was set up for a big one. He would just turn the left foot out slightly. But as you remember from my Daffy Duck phrase, basically we are giving access on this side, but we are taking away access on this side. So my recommendation, do your jump, find where the feet want to naturally sit. That should give you your most access in both directions to your most powerful move, body rotation. In this video, I've been trying out FitVille golf shoes, a company dedicated to human foot health. If you have particularly wide feet, or if you have foot concerns playing 18 holes, wearing these shoes could be a game changer. FitVille shoes have a comfort fit wide toe box, arch support and stability, exceptional grip and water resistant uppers, making your 18-hole walk a pleasure, not a pain. I can genuinely recommend the comfort of these shoes. I took them straight out the box, played 18 holes. It was a joy to walk in. What they may lack a little bit in fashion, they more than make up for in function. Check out the description in the description box below for the golf shoes. You will also get a 28% discount if you use the code down there. So let's move up from the feet to the knees, much less complex than the foot position is, but just as, if not more important than your foot position. So let's talk about how much flex is the right flex for you. When we are standing straight up and down, the knees will be in a slightly flexed position. It's not comfortable to stand with your legs absolutely locked out. So there is already a little flex there before you're addressing the ball. And all we need to do to address the ball is just bend from your hip joint, making sure the weight stays under your shoelaces. So I'm not changing the relationship of my lower leg to the ground. It's staying more or less 90 degrees to the ground. So I have a little knee flex in my normal standing straight position, and I just keep that same knee flex as I'm bending forward to address the ball. That would be a natural position. Now, if you find from there, as I do as well, you have short hamstrings or tight hamstrings, that might be a little bit uncomfortable position. And when the hamstrings are tight, it's not good news for your lumbar spine. It'll need to try and rotate more, and the lumbar spine does not want to rotate much without getting sore. All right. So with me again, my personal position would be from this standing straight position, I would bend back, and to take the strain off my hamstrings, the knees do have to go a little bit, but not so much that I'm going to deny access to the rotation of my pelvis. If I go too much in the knees, and this is the most common problem I would say with people setting up to the ball and not being able to rotate properly, is going too far forward with the knees over the toes. From there again, something's got to happen to access that rotation, because here I'm blocked. So we're either going to stand out of it to get that rotation, or we're going to overcompensate with arm swing, or we're going to get your problems with your back again as you try to over rotate from here with the pelvis not coming with you. So too much knee flex is more the danger here than too little knee flex. Again, I would go with standing straight, hips back. That should be your natural. If that's comfortable, go with it. If it's a little too tight on your hamstrings, a little more flex. But I would try and keep your knee flex to a minimum so we get full access to your rotation. So if we get your foot position perfect for you, and we get your knee position perfect for you, accessing beautiful rotation, nothing it today, on both sides, but you're still missing fairways, then you need to check this video out here.